What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Financial Wolf channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing my biggest stock market positions going into the month of October, and we are also going to be discussing some possible positions I plan on opening this month. For those of you who didn't know, I do invest in the stock market. I try to invest at least a little bit of my phone flipping profits into the market every single month. By investing into the stock market consistently, I plan to build wealth over the long term. And guys, trust me, the amounts that I am saving every single month have really begun to add up. And I've only been doing this for about 5 to 6 months now. Guys, I strongly suggest that you all begin investing if you haven't already. It's pretty much for any age. You just need your parents to help you open a custodial account if you're under the age of 18. If you guys want me to make a video on how you can open a custodial account, just leave a comment down below and let me know. And also, guys, it is crazy how big of a difference a couple $100s a month can do to your brokerage account over the long term. My biggest stock market position going into the month of October is a company by the name of Cirrus Logic. So if you guys do not know what Cirrus Logic is, pretty much they are a semiconductor supplier and they get about 80% of their revenue from Apple. They manufacture audio chips that goes into Apple's iPhones. Although Cirrus Logic is kind of a high risk, high reward stock, I still see huge potential in the company for the future with regards to voice biometrics. So if you guys don't know what voice biometric is, here is an example. So you can have your phone laying halfway across the room from you, and you can tell your phone to unlock itself and open Snapchat and then text Jenny and ask her what she's doing today. So that is an example of voice biometrics, but what exactly is it? So pretty much voice biometrics is when the computer can recognize your voice and know that it's the owner talking to the computer and not someone who stole the device. So it'll be able to recognize your voice and know you, the owner, is talking to it. Cirrus Logic is the leading manufacturer in audio chips, and I believe that this company has a huge future ahead of it in regards to voice biometrics. I bought Cirrus Logic at an average cost of $39.44, and I was up about 14% on this position within a few months after I bought into the company. The stock tanked drastically with the release of the new iPhones because the dongle is no longer included with every iPhone that you purchase. And of course, Cirrus Logic was affected by this because they are an audio chip manufacturer and the dongle is obviously an audio component to the iPhone. So my second biggest stock market position going into the month of October is a company by the name of Fedex. So I'm sure you guys are all familiar with Fedex. I'm sure you guys have received a package in the mail from the company. Fedex stock dipped over 5% after an earnings report that analysts didn't really like. Being a long-term investor, I don't really care about earnings reports very much because I invest into companies for the next 2, 5, 10, 20 years. So I don't really care what happens in a 6-month to 12-month period. I decided to buy into the company Fedex after it dipped about 5% because the company has awesome fundamentals and it is definitely a good value play because if you compare its ratios to USPS, you can clearly see that Fedex stock is a better play. Fedex has a PE ratio of exactly 13.0 and USPS has a PE ratio of 19.77. Fedex also pays a dividend of 1.13% and USPS pays a dividend of 3.09%. So USPS does pay a better dividend, but I don't really focus on that too much. USPS is also a far more leveraged business, meaning they have a far worse balance sheet. They have a ton of debt on there compared to Fedex, who is far more under-leveraged. Over the long term, I am definitely bullish on Fedex stock. I see huge opportunity in the company in the future. I can just see it expanding. The company has done well historically, and I think it is an awesome quality company to hold in your portfolio. I really see Fedex growing with the continuous growth of e-commerce. I think Fedex will begin to take a much larger market share in e-commerce. Currently, they don't exactly get a substantial amount of their business from e-commerce, but with their extremely fast shipping, I can see a lot of other companies maybe switching over to Fedex in the future. So after all, it is pretty clear that Fedex is a great company to hold in your portfolio. It's an excellent value play, and currently the stock is on a pretty decent dip. I don't plan on adding any more shares of Fedex this month. I bought in just a week ago, so I'm not too concerned about anything. The stock's price is currently a little below from what I bought it at, but I'm still bullish on the stock over the long term because I am a long-term investor, and I do plan on holding this position for a good amount of time. My third biggest stock market position going into the month of October is Facebook. I bought Facebook after that initial drop after their earnings report. And guys, I should have waited a little bit longer because the stock is currently $30 a share under what I bought it at. Currently, Facebook is trading around $150 a share, and I initially bought in at a cost basis of $180.25. Facebook is a great company to buy right now. They're trading at an awesome valuation. The stock is trading at $150 a share. And in my opinion, if you can scoop up Facebook shares below 175, you are getting a deal. The stock has been dipping so much because in their last earnings report, they reported slow user growth. And this has scared away a lot of growth investors, and Facebook is becoming more of a value stock. So I do not expect the rest of 2018 to be very good for Facebook because a lot of growth investors are selling their stake in the company. And all the other news surrounding Facebook is kind of a market overreaction, in my opinion. I still see Facebook as an excellent long-term play. Facebook is not dead. They own the two biggest social media companies in the world, and they also own WhatsApp, which also has about 1 billion users. Ad rates have gone up substantially in recent years, and I expect them to go up even more, and this will definitely increase Facebook's profitability as they own the two biggest social media companies in the world, and of course all of the ad spend, or most of the ad spend, will be going to Facebook. Now for the remainder of today's video, I'm going to be going into some moves I plan on making during the month of October in the stock market. For the month of October, I definitely plan on purchasing some more shares into Facebook. Facebook is an excellent company, as I have mentioned before. The company is trading at an excellent valuation right now, and I definitely plan on scooping up some more shares this month. Another position I plan on increasing in my portfolio this month is Cirrus Logic. I plan on purchasing some more shares into the company because it is currently trading at a price of $35. I bought the company back in April at a price of $39.44, and the stock actually rose to about $45 pretty soon after I bought it, but it's seen a recent about 20% decline, so I plan on buying some more shares this month. And finally, for the month of October, I also plan on starting a new position in a REIT, and this REIT is known as AGNC, and it actually pays an 11.84% dividend monthly. For those of you guys that do not know what a REIT is, it's pretty much a real estate investment trust, and it's pretty much when a company owns a bunch of real estate and they have to pay out all of their profits to shareholders through dividends. It is always good to diversify your portfolio when investing into the stock market, or pretty much when you're investing into anything. I wanted to diversify my stock market portfolio a little bit because I pretty much own only stocks. I wanted to buy something else, so I decided on a REIT because it pays a monthly dividend, and this can really be beneficial to me over the long term. With that all being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to give it a like, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel to be in the first 250 subscribers.